Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit, and we can just talk about defense.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Jerick McKinnon now to return. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 72 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up first and goal. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Jones. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, baby.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led by a 3-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season. It's Deshaun Watson.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. On first down, it's Watson, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
Still first down.
Jacobs now. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he will find his man on the outside. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Mahomes now to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? One for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Eluding. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. We'll step aside and get an update when we return. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now this throw caught left side. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number 1 guy.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Robinson, a 1st down and then some. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 8. Now we will pause for the injury. That's the wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. Hill a little slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. To throw is Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Running it with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Touchdown, Raiders! Brevin Jordan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return, it's McKinnon. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now we have Kelce, slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now Jones. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to on second down. Watson flushed out right. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. From the gun, here's Watson. Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air yet again, Watson rolling to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on now, let's go.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack.
And he's got Renfrow in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such big...
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Mahomes to throw once more. Finding Hardman here over the middle. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Byron Pringle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that pushes the lead up to 23. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. From the red zone now, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return, it's McKinnon. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Big series right here. You got to step it up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And again, it's Mahomes. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside. And get an update when we return to Arrowhead. After the interception, here's Watson. His throw incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Watson. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. The final shot before the break. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The final shot before break. Watson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll sing you. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field. Take it all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points. Now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon. Decides against returning it. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And down to the 11. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Watson off play action. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, How about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option?
And they're right down here looking for 6. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Running is Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Caught out right by Renfro. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. Just as hard to say his name as he is to block. He's there in on the stop that time. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. It got his man. Complete. Touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Now Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Sheds off the tackle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
It was Clelin Ferrell who was able to rush in and make that tackle. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker's down on the field. Who's this against? Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a decent gain on the ground. Call it 6, but it still leaves him with a ways to go on 4th and goal. Butker's kick here is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Watson now to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tyrann Mathieu, the All-Pro, up to make the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Raiders on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Drake. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Let's go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Finding Hardman, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. 55, Mike, 55.
Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Mahomes to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gray. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Here's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Mahomes will throw. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Mahomes. It fights him off. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mahomes. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. To throw is Mahomes. This is caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.